Now here's a buddy of mine who just happens to be a really good cook. His name is Philippe Roca, outdoorsman extraordinaire, but he really has some interesting European ways to cook. Check out this rabbit loaf.
We are going to do something called terrine de lapin, which is rabbit pâté.
Say that again.
Terrine de lapin. First thing, something important is it will cook in this clay pot there.
And if you don't have a clay pot, just a casserole dish.
So we have the rabbits here.
With the liver.
With the liver. The liver will be used, so we're going to have to debone all that. Okay, the mushroom, two types here. Very often, because the rabbit is a little dry, we need something, a mild meat with kind of a little bit of fat. So we're going to use pork, usually the shoulder.
Pork, veal, you said you could use too?
Yeah, veal can be used too. Veal is harder to find, more expensive. Pork is, there's $5 or $6 of pork right there.
So you're basically going to line the
Yes, we're going to line
with bacon.
The bacon, and this is what you need to have before you put all the grounded meat in there.
If you're like me, I tend to eat up the rabbits that I've shot rather quickly. I usually bring them right home and fry them. Now you can get domestic rabbit as well.
Yeah. I mean, it will be good like that too.
Now, as you can see, this is a pretty involved recipe. A lot of people don't want to, mess with something like this, but we have a huge response from people who like our recipes. And the great part about this recipe, I've seen the finished product here, is you can eat on this for a week. Put it in the refrigerator and just keep cutting pieces off.
Matter of fact, they say that the first day it's not really that good. I mean, it's got to, second, third day is a little bit better. But.
Now, Philippe has ground the pork and he's ground the rabbit. And he wanted to bring a point out that if you only have one rabbit, go ahead and fry him up.
Right, yeah, you need at least 3 or 4 because this is what we got. We got this out of 2 rabbits.
Right.
And you need 2 or 3. And I'm going to double it with the pork.
Right.
I never measure anything. So
Me neither.
It's, so we put the rabbit.
And don't forget, this is with the liver and the kidneys, too.
Yeah.
You need that.
2 eggs. Okay. This is the sea salt. Now, this is hard, too. This is...
Now, again,
I never know.
He never measures, but he...
No.
And neither do I. I go by taste, by smell,
In the
by
field.
feel.
This is
some Italian seasoning.
Italian seasoning. And I kind of... With rabbit, I think the best spice with rabbit is rosemary.
So you got mushrooms, onion, and garlic.
And garlic. Okay. So good.
Let me get away for that. Oh, yeah.
So basically, your fingers are the best. Your hand, So you mixed everything. Put this on the bottom. And so we will put
tenderloin.
Okay. And so basically we did all this for the taste. Now we're going to do it for the eyes. Okay, and basically, put the bay leaf. So
we preheated the oven to 350 degrees.
Yeah, and it's going to have to cook a couple of hours.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to probably have to put aluminum foil for the first hour or so. I just put it on top.
So for the first hour?
Like this, for the first hour.
Okay.
And after that, take it out.
Wow.
So it's ready to go.
So basically, 3 hours, 350 degrees, cover it the first hour loosely with aluminum foil. I guess we'll have to sit around and smell it cook for a while and then torture ourselves for a couple hours.
Go work some dogs and
we'll
be back in a couple of hours. good. It smells good too.
Oh, it does.
Nice. Really too warm to cut now, but
Right.
you know, you just let it sit for an hour. So let's cut that.
And then you can carry this thing around like a loaf practically and eat off of it for a week or so.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you see the.
Now, once it sets a while, it kind of firms up and it has a whole different consistency.
Yeah, it's hot.
Wow. And you know, again, you can do this. You can do this with venison. You can do it with duck. You can do it with any kind of wild game. You said you've used rabbit and pheasant together.
Very important. Mix it with pork or veal. Terrine de lapin, which is rabbit pâté.